Last weekend, while on our first trip to Venice, we got to witness something so unusual, something that people haven't seen in 55 years. The famous canals of Venice turned bright, fluorescent, almost neon green overnight. Hello friends, and welcome to our European adventures. We're going to Venice!
In Venice, only 1.5 hour flight. It's amazing. Like, I still can't believe we're living this life where you can hop on an airplane 1.5 hours and you're in Venice. We are getting a water taxi to take us to our hotel. So Donald is feeling like James Bond with a stroller and many backpacks.
Before I tell you about the watercolor in the canal, let me tell you how we got to the historic island of Venice, because it was the highlight of our trip. Water taxi, hands down the most fun way to get there. Also the most expensive. A private water taxi costs anywhere from 140 to 160 euros, but you must experience it at least once in your lifetime. This video is not going to be about 10 reasons why you should visit Venice. You already know why. Instead, I just want to share our experience and emotions while being here. Before coming to Venice, I did some research and watched a few blogs and documentaries, but the one that really stuck with me was this 10-year-old documentary called I Love Venice. It's basically about the changing landscape of Venice, whose residents are rapidly leaving as 30 million tourists visit each year, making it pretty much impossible to live here. And so one of the locals said that people used to experience Venice. Today, it's not experienced anymore, it's only photographed. So I wanted to make it a priority to take our time and truly admire this beautiful city and not rush anywhere, not trying to see everything in one trip. Now let me tell you what happened to the color of the water. We woke up the next day and immediately noticed something was off. What in the name of Hulk is going on? Why is it so green? Although investigation is still underway, but environmental experts tested the waters and they found a chemical substance called fluorescein. The substance is not toxic and the officials still don't know who did it, but it was definitely not an accident, as a huge quantity of it was dumped in the canal.
Venice has been on my bucket list since basically we landed in Italy, but planning a trip here was not as easy as you'd think, because it's either too cold or too hot or raining or flooding or too expensive or too touristy. So based on a lot of research and many recommendations, I figured that end of May should be the perfect time to visit Venice, and let me tell you, I think we scored.
Not only the weather was delightful, the streets weren't as packed as you see in videos. We were comfortably strolling around and admiring the beauty of Venice.
Miriska, how do you like the small streets?
I love them.
Yes, we chose a sushi restaurant because quite honestly, we missed the variety, and this video of Maya using chopsticks is just so cute. I wanted to share it on here.
Mom, I ate the pink.
Maya, so you're not gonna give up? What? Yay! Maya, good job!
The apartment we chose to stay at was amazing. It's called Patrizi di Venezia and it's located only a 5-minute walk from St.Marks Square. I was very skeptical about renting an apartment because I got really traumatized by our apartments in Milan and Rome, but most hotels just wouldn't accommodate the 5 of us in a room.
Where's Maya?
Of course.
Guys, look, we have a living room and we have a bed. Then I'm gonna sleep on my roller. Ah! Guys, the bed
Peekaboo.
is better.
Peekaboo, Maya.
Of course, we wanted to experience a gondola ride, really just for the check mark, but no! Venice and gondola goes hand in hand together. It's magical to see Venice from this perspective. Totally a must do.
The girls say hi. How do you like it?
Next, we'll visit the islands of Murano and Burano, but first we'll share the most overwhelming and overrated experience you should totally skip on your next trip to Venice. I'm sure you've seen the famous book staircase at Libreria, Acqua, Alta. Well, they give you less than a second to take a picture with it while yelling at you to hurry up. Let's just say not worth the walk. We purchased our tour for Murano and Burano for 95 euros total for all 5 of us, only to find out on the way there people were offering free private tours to both islands that day. Oh well, I always plan ahead and sometimes that means missing free deals. Murano is of course known for its glass, so we watched a live glass blowing demonstration by master artisans. The goal was to buy a special piece from Murano, but unfortunately nothing caught my eye in the short 45 minutes we had here.
What is he making? Huh? A horse? Wow.
Next, we headed back to the boat and towards Burano. There they gave us even less time, but I'm not complaining because I totally felt like I was violating people's privacy. It's a very residential island where people just live their lives and hang their laundry, so a couple quick pictures with the colorful houses and we were ready to head back.
What does it say? What does it say louder?
Emilia.
Emilia?
Big misconception about Venice is that it's not kid-friendly. I would say the opposite. It's more kid-friendly than any other city because you don't have to worry about cars and bikes. In conclusion, after you start traveling a lot through Italy, you start being really picky. But if I had an opportunity to go back to Venice, I'd be here in a heartbeat. If you're new to our channel, we set a goal of visiting 12 cities in 12 months and Venice was our 12th destination. We have achieved our goal in just 9 months. Looking back, I gotta say, I'm proud of us. It's not easy, but our girls are our favorite travel buddies and we would never have so much fun traveling without them. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and we'll see you next week. Bye!